Hey, Chuck Karstensen, Course in Miracles number 175. Wanted to do a little bit more expansion on the holy relationship comparison versus sin. And we talked about it last time, so I wanted to explain it just slightly differently, but also maybe somewhat the same. So when we talk about sin, we can go back to our conversations on the ego. The ego looks at somebody else and doesn't understand their error, sees it as sin, holds a grudge, gets mad, gets frustrated, gets angry, judges, attacks, and hey, you're a sinner because you screwed up. Now, some people do that to themselves, causes depression, anxiety. Doing it both ways causes depression and anxiety too. Some people are good at look at the sin over there and ego-wise, and then in their self, they're like, yeah, not as big of a deal. They just don't understand that person's sin. So that's sort of what we're talking about with, for the best that I can explain it, what we're talking about with sin and how people do it. A holy relationship uses reason, not judgment, not attack, to look freshly at somebody and say, at the very worst case, to say they made an error, they made a mistake, they are like I am, a child of God, blessed, holy, good, created in God's likeness, God's goodness. That's an error. I understand. Been there before. They extend forgiveness, extend release, welcome them back with joy into the kingdom, into heavenly living and heavenly thought process, and say, that's my brother. They are welcome home. So we've heard that story in the Bible, prodigal son, probably, and many other ways in some of the parables. And that's how the holy relationship sees somebody else. And that's how people join in a holy relationship. Looking at sin, looking at with the ego's eyes, seeing what you can get from somebody, that is a special relationship. An unholy relationship, but not a holy relationship. And that's the difference. So you could look at your activities and be like, oh, yeah, that's probably not a holy relationship. Or maybe it is. Or look at somebody else's relationship. Well, that person, you would welcome them back. You would use reason to see, hey, that was an error. That's a mistake. Errors and mistake are correctable. Sin is hell and damnation if you keep it there. So we don't want to do that. We want correction. We want receiving into the kingdom. And that is the holy relationship versus sin, explained a little bit different.